and welcome to Kate's Kitchen. I had a request for some vegetable lasagna, and so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to make a nice, healthy, one-plate meal, a fat loss solo. So come on in and let's get cooking.
I like to use the 2% Mexican cheese blend, which is 4 different cheeses, some Parmesan cheese, whatever vegetables that I've got in the refrigerator. Today it's mushrooms and carrots and celery, red bell peppers and red onion, and I like the whole wheat lasagna pasta noodles and some fresh herbs. Break the tofu up. This is extra firm tofu. I'm just breaking it up with the fork. You can use ricotta cheese. You would use 15 ounces and do the same thing. Just stir it together in a mixing bowl. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and half of a bag of 12 ounces of the cheese. So there's about 6 ounces going in here right now. Give it a stir. I'm going to grate some fresh nutmeg, whole nutmeg, but you can use nutmeg that you buy in the spice aisle that's already grated. Hit it with some cracked black pepper. I don't use any salt here because there's plenty of salt in the cheese. I'm going to crack 2 organic eggs. If you wanted to, you could use just egg whites. I like to use the whole egg. You could use egg beaters if you wanted to. I crack them into a separate bowl so that I don't get any of the shell into the mix, and then just give it a stir with the fork, blend it well, and then add it to the mixture and give it a stir. Next we get some Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to grate 2 ounces of it into the mixture and then stir it one more time so that it's nice and smooth consistency all the way through. Dice some red pepper into a medium dice. It's 1 full red pepper. Dice the onion. You can use a yellow onion or a Vidalia sweet onion, whatever kind that you want. Small dice the carrot. I'm using 2 carrots here. You can use eggplant, you can use squash, zucchini, yellow squash, whatever type of vegetable that you want. I'm using some celery in a small dice. Again, you don't have to use celery if you don't like it. I've got 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil heated in my wok, and you can use whatever pan will fit this. I like to use non-stick to use a little bit less oil, and just add the vegetables to that. I'm going to give it a little stir. I've got some sliced mushrooms. Stir that up. We're just going to let those get a little bit soft, but you don't want to cook them all the way through. They're going to cook when they bake in the lasagna as well. Add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I like the squirting kind, but you can get the kind where you just chop it up yourself. Add some fresh herbs. I've got oregano, basil, and thyme, but you can always use dried herbs that you get in the spice aisle. Use 1 teaspoon of each or whatever to your taste. Add the sliced mushrooms. That's 1 12-ounce package of mushrooms that I've sliced up. Give that a stir. Let those get soft and then cover them up for about 3 minutes and let those reduce in size. Let the moisture come out of them. The secret to the sauce is to use some red wine. I like the Holland House. It's inexpensive, about 1/4 cup, just to deglaze the pan and get all the flavors together. Turn the heat up a little bit more and let that reduce down into about half before you add your pasta sauce. But the red wine, whether it's table wine, any dry wine will do. You're giving that extra boost of flavor to your pasta sauce. I use 1 full jar of the Sprouts Chunky Marinara, but you can use any pasta sauce that you want. This one happens to be only 15 milligrams of sodium. Stir that. We're going to let it simmer for about 3 minutes, and then we're ready to go to build the lasagna. We're going to spread about 6 to 7 ounces of the pasta sauce on the bottom of a glass or ceramic casserole dish that's already been oiled lightly. We're going to build 3 layers of the lasagna. After the layer of the pasta sauce, layer your noodles, overlapping them slightly. We're doing enough for 8 portions, so I'm using 4 pieces of the pasta noodles, and then about 1/3 of the mixture, the tofu mixture. Spread it out evenly across the noodles. You see there's a little bit of room on each side of the noodles in the casserole dish. That's because the pasta will expand. This is a no boil pasta noodle, so I don't have to boil them beforehand. That means you need to have room for the expansion. Hit it with some more sauce. I know we're building 3 layers, so I'm doing about 1/3 each time. All that good vegetables, the mushrooms. It smells terrific. Then add the next layer of the whole wheat noodles. And repeat the same procedure. Cheese mix, then the pasta sauce, and then the noodles. The last layer has the pasta sauce on top, and now we're taking the rest of the cheese and sprinkling that across the top. I am going to hit this with another ounce of grated Parmesan cheese as well. Cover it with aluminum foil and bake at 45 to 55 minutes at 400-degree oven. And then let it sit for 15 minutes just like that before you serve it, before you cut it and serve it. And that is a nice Food Lovers solo fat loss plate.
So now it's dinner time. It's time to give this a taste. Wow, I like it. The nice chunky vegetables, the tomato sauce, the whole wheat noodles. This is an excellent Food Lovers fat loss meal. One of the things that I love the most about lasagna, it's so versatile. You can do anything with it. You can add meat or don't add meat. It's your choice. You can make it with ricotta cheese instead of the tofu, and it's all good. You can use whatever vegetables that you like, whatever you've got in the refrigerator, whatever you've got in your pantry for spices. Just mix it up a little bit and add your own personal touch. I enjoyed this so much. Come on back next time to Kate's Kitchen.